Yes, I'm back. My cell phone cut off on me. I only have a certain amount of record time per take, unfortunately. But I just wanted to finish up. I'm not sure exactly where I got cut off at, but what I was saying, I was trying to basically remind us that we need to be focused on the spiritual path and accomplishment, not earthly satisfactions. Otherwise, if we focus too much on someone keeping their earthly position or making the country back wonderful, making the earth wonderful, um, someone having their safety in life and, just everything being good with their earthly life, then we become just like the world because we start getting carnally minded and focused on those carnal things, which those are not bad things. They just have to be in line and in sync with the will of God. So a lot of times the will of God is going to be putting those things at jeopardy in opposition to you having a sunshine, wonderful life. We see that all throughout the Bible. All of their lives were put in danger and at risk and in jeopardy um, for their purpose in the Lord and what they were supposed to accomplish. Esther in Babylon, marrying a complete stranger, a pagan, you know, a very dangerous situation. She had no protection, nothing, but just trusting in the Lord. All of the battles David fought, every person in the Old Testament, I mean, they fought in wars that put their lives and their safety in jeopardy and at risk. Um, and so, obviously, looking at the apostles, they all died to accomplish whatever their purpose was for the Lord. So, I feel like we need to get our priorities back, focus on whatever the will of God is, not just making life on earth in our country wonderful. So, having that in mind, I'm going to move on to a revelation that it's kind of been coming in bits and pieces, and I feel like I'm finally getting a grip and understanding on what's being shown. And it's basically that I feel like history is kind of repeating because with Trump signing this new space program initiative to basically privatize the space industry, this is going to help all those private people like Elon Musk, SpaceX, all those companies go up. They basically want to seed other planets and take humanity to live on other planets, not just Earth. And I know I said it before in my video that these space programs are a modern day version of the Tower of Babel, not just symbolically, literally, they are the modern version of the Tower of Babel. The Tower of Babel in Genesis was the people coming together to build up to the heavens. Do you think they meant an actual tower that was thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of feet tall to literally? No, that's ridiculous. It was not a physical building that reached up that high. It was the plan and goal to get all the way up into the heavens, to cross those boundaries where God never intended or designed for us to be. He created our home, which is here on Earth. If he wanted us to live on Mars or other planets, he would have done so. So, the whole goal and mission to go up there and to colonize all the other planets with humans and sending humans into space is the exact repeat of them trying to accomplish the Tower of Babel, bring it back together, because obviously God destroyed the plans in ancient times. He put an end to everything. And so it's that Abaddon, Antichrist, Apollyon, Nimrod, king of the fallen angel spirit that's still down there. He's still obsessed. He's still stuck in the past and angry that God destroyed his plan. And all these thousands of years later, he's regathering, trying to get that plan back on track, to get that tower back built, to get build up to the heavens or whatever. And so that's what those programs are actually really about. And like I said, the fact that Trump has signed it and is basically moving this agenda forward, that's a terrible, terrible sign of where things are going. And that they are being successful in getting him to be fearful and weak when he should be refusing and opposing it. So just pray that he has the understanding behind those things and that he has the strength to reject them, even though it's already signed. That could be why in my dream he never showed up to the church to join us. But you never know. There may be still time for him to turn around and do the right thing or do something. So just keep that in mind in prayer. Before I go, I want to close out by sharing, like I said, I got off track, sorry, but basically got the understanding that history is repeating itself. And it came to my attention that, doesn't this remind you guys of anything? It reminds me of JFK. If you notice, JFK was the president during the United States' first milestone, huge milestone and stepping stone as far as America's space program and space exploration. Obviously, it was his program that sent the first, not the first man on the moon, but as far as from the United States, that sent America to the moon. And so JFK was very monumental. His program that he signed and put forward was very monumental in beginning and pushing that fallen angel agenda forward. And now here we are at another milestone where we have all this upgraded technology since then. We have SpaceX. They have found, they have discovered so many more things and been given so much more knowledge and information from the fallen ones that now they can complete that plan. They have all the technology now in place that they can accomplish it and finally finish that, the Tower of Babel. And so, it's just very parallel to JFK and what happened back in history. And so now Trump is in the same kind of position where he happens to be the president during another milestone with this fallen angel agenda and putting it forward. And so JFK signed his program into place and began, everything. And now we have Trump has signed the new program into place to finish everything. And so, but if you notice, the space program was put into place, I think, like in 1961. But then you see 2 years later, JFK, I guess, started getting guilty and feeling remorseful and no longer wanting to participate in what they were doing anymore. And so that's why he came out publicly and had that speech, basically exposing, maybe not in detail, but exposing, all the secret societies and stuff. And so he ended up getting guilty over it and at least trying. I mean, it was kind of too late, but at least on a personal level, he was trying to send that warning message out, trying to backtrack and make things right. And we see what happened to him. And so now we're in that same position over again in history. Trump has already signed his part of the program into place. And if you notice, it's kind of like the same thing from my dream where I said he's supposed to be giving a message that's going to be spiritually helpful to people, to warn people, something to do with the world. He's supposed to be preparing these messages along with us, along with the church, but he hasn't done that message. So, and I feel like it's kind of similar to something that JFK did, that he's supposed to be delivering that message out there, but he hasn't done it yet. So I feel like it's a parallel situation of history repeating. So we just have to keep praying that he does what he's supposed to do. And I think that's it. Like I said, I think that's it. Let me see if it's anything else. So that's where things are and where things are headed. Yeah. I was just looking at the dates, but yeah. JFK, it says, yeah, he was the one that dramatically expanded the United States space program. So that was in 61, and then he got killed. He decided 2 years later to give that speech exposing everything, and then that's when he got killed. So Trump is supposed to be turning around. He's kind of like already crossing the barrier. I don't want to say it's too late, but he signed that agenda into place with the new space program. Obama's behind it, but of course they're using Trump because he's in office to put it through. So hopefully he has a JFK moment to try and turn around and do the right thing. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta go, but hopefully you saw my video. I didn't want to just close out comments and you guys be offended or not understand what's going on. It's not against anybody. It's just, like I said, I had another assignment from the Lord I had to focus on. And I'm not going to have time to be as interactive personally anymore, but I will still be putting up videos as the Lord leads. And, you know, whatever messages I'm supposed to relay, I'll still share videos and messages. It's just that in the comments and interacting personally, I won't be available to check messages and stuff like that for a little while. And then whenever, if the time comes according to the Lord's will, back appropriate for me to start doing those things, I will. So God bless you guys, and I will see you next time, Lord willing. Bye.